Hi folks, I thought I'd do an update video on my VEVOR Inflatable Spray Booth. As you can see, it's just rolled up over there at the moment. I'm going to unroll it, I'm going to set it up and do that in real time so that you can see how long it actually takes to inflate. Because on the first video, I left the side vents open, which I didn't know, and also I had a kink on the inlet hose, so it took a lot longer to inflate. So let's get it set out, let's get it rolled out. I'll pin it down just to the base, and then we'll inflate it real time to see how long it takes to inflate. Right, so first of all folks, I'm just going to roll it out. We don't need to time this, so we're just going to roll it out, peg it down, just to make sure it don't blow away in the wind. Right, one thing to remember folks is these are the deflation zips here. These are what I didn't have done up when I first inflated the tent, so make sure that you just do them up. There's one either side in the middle, one the other side as well. There's the second one. As you can see, I have opened them and it goes down a lot quicker when you open these, so make sure you do them back up. There you go. Right, so I've now connected up both of the blowers, and all you've got to remember here is make sure that these tubes as they come out aren't kinks or twisted or whatever. If you've got this too near, then that will naturally kink and it won't blow up as fast. So just make sure they're nice and straight and they're not actually twisted or kinked in any way. I've got my stopwatch set on 0, so let's start it off and we'll see how long it takes to inflate, real time. Right. Let's bring it around here, folks. I'll sit you there. There you go. So this time I'm not going to help it at all in any way. So 30 seconds so far. $40 seconds. $50 seconds. One minute. I'm tempted to pull that out, but I'm not going to. So I'm sure that would help it if I went like that. One and a half minutes. I know for a fact that if I've done that, it will go a lot quicker. But as I say, this is me not helping it. 2 minutes. There we go, there we go. See, if I would have done that, it would have been a lot quicker. Still going up in the middle. $2.30, 2.5 minutes, but I'm sure it would have done it in 1.5 minutes if I would have done it and helped it along its way. It's only that it was getting stuck on this plastic membrane when it was going up, so they do say 1.5 minutes, but 2.5 minutes if you don't touch it whatsoever. That's still pretty quick, isn't it? Right, a lot of you have been asking about how loud the fans are. Well, I've got a decibel meter here, and let me just stand probably about here. It's good enough, I think, you'll find. Don't forget I'm talking as well, so I'm trying to be a little bit quiet when I'm talking. It's about 47, between 47 and 50 decibels, which is very, very quiet actually. And when you look at the actual graph of what they say on a normal decibel range chart, it's up to probably quiet home there. So It's not as loud as a conversation, it's not as loud as a street inside a car, loud singing, it's nowhere near none of them. So that's an app from where I'm standing at the moment, so there's no problem with the noise from these pumps. So to enable the booth to work correctly, you need to just lower these outer coverings so that you can enable the filters here, and these are detachable as well. You can actually take them off as well. But we've got some filter gauze. Rather than damage these, what I will do is I'll put the filter gauze on the inside there. So as you can see, we've got a roll of filter gauze there, folks, and all we'll do is cut a sheet of that off and literally velcro it on the front of that panel there. That means that you don't get these actual filters dirty. So we'll just run another bit of velcro along just on the inside there, and then panel filters then can stay safe. So basically when you zip yourself in, which if you're just doing small stuff, that one there, so we're now inside, and with the fresh air coming in through them end panels there, it exits through there, and obviously that takes away any overspray that might go outside. So some people have expressed a concern about the base here. Well, the base isn't inflated at all, this isn't pumped up at all, the base. This is just like a ground sheet basically, and I've watched many a video where people have just literally drove cars in. Some people have suggested putting mats on the top of that, which I suppose is a good idea, but I'm really not too concerned about it. And one thing I see a lot in the comment section is the concern for in the event of a power cut, how long would this take to fall down? We do get power cuts where we live here, mostly when the weather's really bad is when they happen, and when they do happen they only go off for about 20 seconds or whatever. You've got to be pretty unlucky to be in a power cut situation when you're painting a car or doing some work in here, for example. I have seen people put up wooden frameworks inside here where they leave it up permanently, but I mean obviously that's not an option. So realistically it's not really a concern because the sort of paint we use is dry within an hour basically. So failing that, if you've got a car in and you just painted it, the idea of this is to give you a clean spray area. Once the car's painted and the lacquer's flashed off, you can take the car out, it's not a problem then. But the idea of having an enclosed area like this, for me anyway, is just to be able to put the paint on, apply the paint in the clean dust-free area without getting overspray everywhere else. So if that's your aim, then obviously one of these is very, very handy for that. You could use this as a marquee, no problem whatsoever. We know it's got the little spray room or booth at the back there which you can use. We'll be bringing an airline in, probably through the front here, just down in the corner there probably where the zips to come in. We'll get the lead from there, from my workshop over there, which has got my compressor in. So there'll be no sort of compressor in this area. So I've got a few little jobs to do at the moment, so I'm going to be using this today. So you'll be seeing me use it in a real-time situation. So I'll see you in a minute. Right, here we are in the booth, folks. Let's put some paint on. Right, so here we go, folks, putting the paint on this bumper. This bumper was cracked all the way down the bottom and just held together with cable ties. So I did a repair on it, and we're just applying the base coat now, which is, I think it's machined silver on this. It's a water-based base coat, and I'm doing a few coats of this, and then we'll go over the top of it with the 2K lacquer. Right, first coat on. I'll let that flash off for 10 minutes and then I'll do a second and a third coat. Right, and with another coat now. And the beauty of this booth is that you can do these repairs without any overspray. It pumps up in no time, and as I say, you're in a clean environment. And you imagine if you was doing a few of these repairs for people, these bumpers normally cost in the region of £700 to £800, even more. And to have them painted is like £250. So if you was doing this as a little sideline, you could be earning a few bob, and these booths would pay for itself in no time whatsoever. And you can get the smaller one as well if you're only doing bumper work. So this was the beauty of it. You can actually leave the environment, do the zip up, and as I say, if it's a nice day out as well, it is really warm inside there, so the paint
actually flashes off pretty quick as well. My workshop used to get so covered with paint and lacquer when I was painting, and even now it is full of lacquer and overspray, but in here it is all a controlled environment. It's plenty of space in there and it's totally clean because there's no bugs or anything coming in. I'm totally sealed in that chamber. Fresh air is coming in through the chamber at the end there and through them filters right at the back there, and it's exiting with the overspray out through the front panels. And as I say, this is an absolute pleasure to work in this environment to what I've been used to.
Thought I was nothing without you. You made me beg.
Once you finish your coat, you can easily exit the booth, do it back up again, and now the paint can flash off, safely knowing that there will be no bugs sitting on top of this paint, and the dust is very, very minimal. That's why you've got to do the zip up.
Right, so that's the first coat of lacquer, folks. It's not too hazy in here. I've only got one of the filter things open, that's the one on that side. So hopefully by just having one it creates more pressure to push out that way. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I'll give that 10 or so minutes and then we'll do the second and third coat. Well, there we go, folks. That's my first spray job in the new booth, and I'm really pleased with it, to be honest with you. It was such a pleasure to be able to walk out, leave everything set up, and then come back in without any overspray in my workshop, as you know, which I've been suffering with for the last many years. As far as the noise is concerned, I think I've addressed that one. And as for people who say that they're worried about it tripping out and deflating, well, we live in the 21st century now. I understand there's people in different countries, for example, maybe live very rural, where that is a problem, but here where I live we do get dropouts now and again, but it's mostly when there's bad weather, and if there's bad weather I won't be getting the booth up, so that's the way it goes. So I will show a video somewhere down the line in the near future of me disassembling it and put it down. I haven't quite mastered that yet. I've only done it once, and although I just folded it in and rolled it up, it was about 3 times the size as it should have been. So I doubt if I'll ever get it back into that little bag again, but all I will say is that once you do roll it up, I'm going to get myself some straps so that I can put around it, and it's about 35 kilograms I think in total, so it's easy enough to move about if you're able-bodied. Failing that, get a little sack barrow and move it about, and yeah, basically that's it. I'm well happy with it. That can now dry off in there. It's very warm in there, and it's pretty warm outside, but it's magnified in there, so I've not had to get no heat lamps out and stuff like that. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks very much. Don't forget to check out my other playlists as well. You'll see lots of car repair stuff, motorcycle repairs, even lawnmower repairs. Thing is, I've done all the spraying in there and out the front. Coming up in this very shortly, we're going to be spraying another couple of cars. Jimmy's BMW is going to be sprayed in there. And somewhere down the line, sometime this year, Sharon's car is going to be resprayed as well. Anyway, that's all coming up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you do like this sort of content. and we'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.